People really wanted to have the guy that's the best in the game.
In general, this whole greatest of all time discussion, I don't really want to have anything to do with it.
If the match is important,
it's like if the aliens come down and we're gonna play the match for the fate of the universe.
Like, John is a way better gamer in general than me.
Kai is guaranteed 100% to beat me.
I had a couple of matches against John, and like there was one where he beat me really badly. Like John is a way better gamer in general than me.
So the thing with me and Kai playing is it's guaranteed one way or the other, okay? If the match does not really matter, I am 100% to beat Kai.
If there was like a new game and it's about who learns it faster, it's John very easily. And there was like one of these weird formats at one of the invitationals. The invitationals always had the strangest formats. Like, most of them were actually horrible, and like it would probably be more fun to roll dice, but like this one was actually pretty good. It was like a fact or fiction draft. So like one player would take 5 cards from a stack, and then he would just rearrange them in 2 piles, and the other player would pick, and you would just alternate, and then you would play one match against each other. And he figured out way faster than me that it's just about mana. That all you had to do was just prioritize mana, and then I picked it up way too late, and I had to pay way too much to actually get a mana base at that point, and he just completely destroyed me there.
If the match is important, Kai is guaranteed 100% to beat me.
We had another match in the Pro Tour semifinal where I had the card was probably called Hulking Ogre or something. It was like a red 3/3/3 with haste trample. When it comes into play, you both bid life, and then both players lose the life that you bid. And if you win, like if you have the higher bid, it becomes like a 5/5 or a 6/6. And I played that 3 times, and the first 2 times I tried to be clever, and both times John outsmarted me and bid just like 1 more than me or something. And the third time I was just like, fuck it, and bid like 8 life or something, and just be done with it. But yeah, my deck there was way better than his, so I did win that one at least.
I believe I am now lifetime winning record against Kai. Certainly if you include our invitational match, which I won, because, it's really nice to win, but it didn't mean anything. Let's see, Kai beat me in the top 8 of a Pro Tour. I think it was in Chicago. I remember the Eagles were in the playoffs in that playoff game that day. He beat me in the top 8 of Vienna, which was a Grand Prix. He ended up winning that one. I recently beat him in I think it was the 1-2 bracket in Chicago in this Pro Tour. I beat him in some other, pretty mediocre standings not too long before that. I remember like a few years ago, I beat him, I think maybe to knock him out at day 2. So you can imagine how good my record was. I remember because I took a photo. So I do believe that I now have a winning record against Kai lifetime. Okay, but if you looked at some sort of leverage-based or relative importance, Kai has won every time it matters, and I've won when it's totally when it's totally meaningless. But don't get me wrong, I still enjoy it. I still talk trash. I still think all my bragging rights. I got to enjoy it for everything I can, because unfortunately at this state it's not in the top 8 of a major tournament.
They're so different. Like, the thing about John is raw intuition and Kai is sort of hard work and dedication. So like, especially at the point before Magic Online came out, I thought Kai's ability to get good at formats was off the charts absurd. It's, Kai's dominance over the Pro Tour in the early 2000s was no one ever had a peak that high. But like, it's like if the aliens come down and we're gonna play the match for the fate of the universe, I gotta know how much time we get to play test, right? If we're playing tomorrow, I'm gonna tap John in. Like if we get a month to like break it all down, test all the matchups, test, break the format, put the work in, it might be Kai. I say it's like one is hard work and one is intuition, and they both work and they're both amazing, but they're different.
It's kind of a very American thing, I think, but like seconds just don't count, which always that always confuses me a little bit. But like, because on one hand, Americans are super focused on whoever finished first, and then so in general, this whole greatest of all time discussion, I don't really want to have anything to do with it. Like John is super smart, a really good friend of mine. There's 5 people in all different time areas, but like when I hear Americans discuss this stuff, and then whenever they discuss anything else, only first counts. And even for Magic, in general, only first counts. But then when they come to this discussion, who's the most successful Magic player? Like, how is this even close? Like, you can easily argue that like John is a smarter guy than me, and he's a better gamer, and like he's quite possibly a better Magic player. But like, clearly, I'm the most successful Magic player. Like, I'm not like. I understand I got incredibly lucky back then. Like, if you do the math, like winning, like I won my first 12 matches in Proto debates, which is, even if you give me like 70% or something, which is probably too much in every match, we are talking about like 2% or something for that to happen, for that run to happen. Like, clearly that's incredibly lucky, but like, it happened. I won all of these. I have 4 Player of the Year titles. How is this close? Like, this, like, most successful tournament player, it just can't be close. I'm sorry. Like, it's just what it is. Like, there are results. You can argue about a lot of other things. Like, John is a better gamer. Like, there's other people that have incredible runs in certain stuff, but like on one hand, everything is super focused on only finishing first. I mean, I'm doing the same thing. Like, I could probably name you a bunch of Proto winners from the last 20 years. But how many second places could I name? Maybe 5, because it's friends of mine that lost the final or something, which is obviously crazy because the difference is just 1 match. But like, it's just what it is. It's incredibly first place focused.
I basically agree with pretty much every word Kai said. I mean, we've talked about this before. In terms of who is the better Magic player, I have no idea. Kai has no idea. We're like, look, maybe one of us will win another Pro Tour, make another couple top 8s, like whatever. In terms of who had a better Magic career, it was clearly Kai. He won 7 Pro Tours. I won 3. Like Kai says, like, yes, he got lucky, in those top 8s, right? Like, of course, whenever you win a tournament, you got really lucky, okay? But at the end of the day, we don't just decide the tournaments based on like what percent chance anyone had to win at whatever point you chose, right? We do it. And, I'm sure Kai played the best of anybody in those top 8s. He maximized his percent chances and he won 7 Pro Tours. I mean, I won 3. I have more top 8s, whatever. I could imagine some arguments here or there, but I just have to be working too hard. I just don't think I don't think I can reasonably claim to, have had a Magic career as good as or better than guys.